So we fly off for our trip tomorrow to Yosemite National Park, and I'm printing up the transfers that I'm going to use to make our shirts right now on the DTF printer. This is going to be dope. I came up with this idea really fast, but I put a grunge effect on the text and a grunge effect on the image that goes on the back and on the front. I wanted to show you guys how I made this in case you want to do something like this for your family event or for your clients or something like that. So I started off by getting some inspiration from Vexels. You can Google stuff, or you can just look around or go in stores and get some inspiration. It's always a good idea though to have a resource like Vexels to get some ideas from. So what I did was I went ahead and I went to the design library and I went down to the PSDs, the t-shirt PSD templates, and these templates are editable. You get the actual files and you can open them up in your design software and edit the actual files. So I searched around for a little while and I came across a file that looked good for me, and I felt like I can grab some inspiration from it, and I went ahead and downloaded it. This is the file right here that I found, and if you have a subscription to Vexels, you can go ahead and download that specific file, and you can open it up in Photoshop, or you can open it up, in my case I use Affinity Photo and Affinity Designer. You can open up those files right in those softwares. I use Affinity Photo for this. So once your design is downloaded, you can go ahead to your downloads folder. You can see mine is almost downloaded right here. So so I'm gonna just open it up in the folder that it's already in. Alright, and there it is right here. You want to unzip this folder and open it up. I'm going to go ahead and throw this one away. And you click in that folder and you see the .psd. Now once your file is open in Affinity Photo, you're going to be greeted with something like this. Alright, and all the layers are on the side right here on the right. And this right here is instructions on how to use the template, the PSD template. So I'm just gonna delete this though, and we're gonna go random. We're gonna do I'm gonna show it to you how to do it on the fly. Alright, so this first layer, your image, double click, your design options right here, and here's the background. You can click right here to turn the background off and on. And this thing these dots right here signify what's visible and what's not visible. Just like the background right now is not visible. If I click right here, it's visible. And this design right here, this is the one that's visible. But in this design, you can see you have multiple designs, because this one right here is not visible. If I click on it, make it visible, you see it, and then I click and make this invisible, you see that right there. So you got various options for this specific one right here. And within this layer, you can see the other options are not visible and other options are. So if I unclick this and I click on that, you see the one design. If I unclick this and click on that, see yet another design. Alright, so you got many different options in the one within the one design, but we're working with design number 3, right? And if I down click on design number 3, and just to simplify this and make things less complicated, let me go ahead and delete this one and delete this one and just keep the one we're working with. You don't have to do that, but I'm just doing something. So here's a text layer and here's an image layer right here. In the text layer, we can go ahead and we can do stuff like change the color and click on specific layers and change the font. If I click the visible and not visible, you can see the font that I'm getting ready to edit. So I click on it, I come over here, wait a minute, I double click right here, wait a minute, 1 second. I can change the name of it. I'm going to change this to Yosemite. Alright, so now I can grab my arrow selection tool and I come in here and you see it's got it highlighted. I had to change from the move tool, which is this moves the table about, to the selection tool, which enables you to select a specific layer. So now I double click down there and I'm going to go ahead and write Yosemite. Alright, so that's how you change the font in the layer right here. Alright, so this next one right here is the under one right here, right, the small one. So once again, I'm gonna change that to trip 2024. You don't have to edit the stuff on the left. I'm just on the right. I'm just editing it so we can keep track of what we're doing. So I double clicked on it, and then I changed it trip 2024. 2024. All right, and in the example of the shirt that I did, I put a effect on there. So I'm gonna go effects, and I'm gonna go outline, and I think I had a white border around it, so I'm just gonna change this to white. Bring this down here and thicken up the border, and you can see the border start to appear right there on my Yosemite. All right, so you would do the same for this right here. You come down, find the title that you want to change, and you would just like select it, and then weekend. I'm just typing too fast trying to show you guys. And then the same for this one. All right, I called mine siblings. Probably spelled that wrong. It's okay, just for demonstration. Siblings weekend. All right, highlight it. You can see this outside, so I'm just gonna make it a little bit smaller, which I can just drag this in right here just for simplification purposes. Make it simple so you guys can understand and see. All right, so now the next thing I did was I changed the background image because I wanted my own image. So what I did was I went to Google Images and I typed in Yosemite National Park, and then I clicked on images, and then I found the image that I liked. But before I do that, I always go to tools, and I always go to size, and I make it large so that my files can be large. All right, so I'm just gonna find one that I like. This one, for example, just for simplification purposes. Grab it. You can see the size it is right here. Grab it, and then save image as, and I'm gonna call it, save it to desktop, something that we can remember. Yosemite EXXXX example. All right, save. All right, so now we got that saved to the desktop. We go back over to Affinity Photo, and we're gonna replace this image right here with our new image. All right, so right here is our image layer. All right, and you see our old image is right there. All right, so let's go ahead up here, and I'm gonna go to File, and I'm gonna hit Place. All right, and that's gonna enable me to select an image right here and place it on here. So I'm gonna press Open. Went to my desktop, found the image, open, and I'm gonna place it on there. All right, so there's our image. I'm gonna make it large, like the canvas size right here. All right, so now we got our image, but we got our other image on top of it. So I can just exit that right there, right? Make that not visible, or I can go ahead and delete it. All right, so already our picture is starting to come to life, right? So boom, we got that. We can add an outline to that, the weekends part. All right, so let me find it. That's not it. That's it right there. So I'm gonna add an outline, a white outline to that. Boom, so we can see that a little bit better. Make that outline a little bigger so we can see it. Boom, right there. So on and so forth. And the last thing that I did, one of the things I did was I added halftones to this. So I think it's under layers, new live filter, colors, halftones. All right, it's gonna change it black and white. Oh, I got the wrong thing selected actually. So wait, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna select our image. All right, we gotta have our image selected. All right, which is this one. All right, so we'll have that selected, and then we'll go layers, new live filter, color, half. Oh, select the wrong thing again. Jeez, going too fast. Let me undo. All right, got it selected. Layers, new live filter, colors, halftones, select. All right, black and white, but I'm right here where it says screen. I'm gonna go to color. All right, now it made that color, and I'm gonna reduce the size of my halftones so I can get more of a vibrant picture in there, more something that I can see. All right, so it's give it. I'm going for kind of like an effect. I'm not going to actually get the halftones. I'm going more for a certain type of effect. All right, so boom, I got that effect that I wanted. All right, so I pretty much got that created right there. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and delete the other orders, just the other layers. All right, delete that, and I'm also going to take that background off and just have my image have a transparent background. All right, so that's pretty much how I created it. Watch your spelling and stuff like that, guys. I'm always making something up and misspelling some stuff, so play with that, adjust it, make it your own, get your own inspiration from, you know, different websites and stuff like that. Last thing I did was I exported it. You know, I exported it as a PNG, and in my software for my DTF printer, I added a grunge effect on it to make it look a little bit grungy, and that is what I printed up. One more thing I want to show you guys. On the back of the shirt, I had an image inside of text. So say for example, I have this Yosemite, right? Let me show you how easy this is. Everything else was off, right? So I deleted everything, and I say this text right here. Let me bring back that image. Okay, so this text, this Yosemite text, I'm gonna change the font to Impact. All right, so Impact, you can really see stuff. All right, so to put an image inside of a font in this specific software, what I did was I put everybody that was going on the trip's name on here, and then I took an image, the same image that I used for the front, and I put it inside. So let me show you guys how to do that. So I would take the image, right? This is the image. Let me go grab the image, take the image, and I would put it on top of the layer right here, and then bring it over on top, and then over, on top, boom. See, it's inside now. It's kind of weird. All right, so now that it's inside and the layer's actually selected, I could still move, not that, I could still move it around. All right, I could still move, no, what am I doing? Where is it at? All right, right here. I can still select this image, and I can still move it around to pick the part of the image that I want to show inside of my text. So that's cool right there. That'd be dope. And also, you can go ahead and add an effect around the border or whatever. I got it white right now. Let's say, what if you wanted it to be black? You can put the black around there and make the border a little bit bigger, so on and so forth. And that is how I did the names for the back. All right, so yeah. There you go. Take two.
Take two.
So, what did you think when Chanel suggested Yosemite?